Professor C.K. Maiti, the head of Electronics and Electrical Communication Engineering, and also the convener of this conference. And myself, Dr. P.K. Vishwas, the co-convener of the conference IC60D 2010. Now I invite on dais Professor Go. May I now request our Honorable Chief Guest and all the dignitaries on the dais to light the inauguration lamp for inauguration.
Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji, former president and visitor of this institute. Of the institute, as well as on my own behalf, I welcome you all to this International Conference on Communication, Computers and Devices. We are greatly honored to have Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our beloved former president, who has been and who is so close to heart of every individual in this country, to be amongst us on this occasion. This institute will be honored to this conference. So far as this institute is concerned, at least for the benefit of those who have come from India and abroad for the first time, I may put few words, starting with a meager student strength of about 200 in 1951. In last 60 years, we have marched ahead, and today we can boast of having a student strength of about 10,000. We have 45,000 odd alumni spread over the globe, out of which about 55% are postgraduates and PhDs. So far we have produced about 3,000 asked by others to make what it stands today, the IIT system of education, which is itself a global brand. On this IIT system will be completing its Diamond Jubilee year in August 18, 2011, and we will have a year-long celebration of this same. We have been doing reasonably well in terms of our output, not only in terms of students, but research output, in terms of publications per faculty, which stands these 3 days of deliberations that we'll have here. We'll bring scientists, engineers, and researchers from all over the globe to discuss on all important area of communications, computers and devices. To add to this occasion, I am with these few words, I welcome you all to this conference and to the BSc Honoris Causa award ceremony that we have today, and wish that
may I now invite Dr. C.K. Maiti, convener of the conference, to deliver his address.
Good morning, Your Excellency Dr. Kalam, Professor Acharya, Professor Shanga, like I see our old teachers, conference delegates. On behalf of Electronics and Electronics and Electrical Communication Engineering, we welcome you all here in this morning for our ICCD 2010 conference. In fact, last year in October we thought of, on the anniversary of the 60th of this institute, we should have something, and that is what we have today. And we expect that the papers that we have received and the scientists, engineers, will be here for the next 3 days to discuss on various issues, will be very, very beneficial for all of us. In fact, the name is very wide. The reason is we could not concentrate in one focused area because we wanted diversity, and in diversity we should have some unification. And that is what we have thought of, and we have tried and hope we will be successful. Now, we pay special thanks to His Excellency Dr. Kalam by accepting our invitation. In fact, I was thrilled as chair when we got the email from his office that he has accepted our invitation about a year back. And today, we are here with him, and we thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Professor Somnath Shendurkar, the program chair of this conference, to give the introduction to the technical programs that will take place during this conference.
India, Professor Damodar Acharya, the director of this institute, Professor A.K. Majumdar, the deputy director of this institute, Professor C.K. Maiti, General Chair ICCCT 2010, all the distinguished speakers and invited dignitaries of ICCCT 2010, the delegates of this conference, our former international conference on communication, computers and devices. It is my proud privilege to give you a brief introduction and even from abroad to share their research outcomes with their peers in a common forum which ICCC computer too. When we decide to buy a laptop or a desktop computer, we don't consider its computing resources alone. We are equally concerned about its connectivity. When we have to meet the challenges of speed, power, without a computer is rendered useless without its connectivity with the external world. Efficient communication.
Inaugural address by our honorable chief guest, His Excellency Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Thank you, Professor Gupta, all the faculty members, and also all the delegates from India and abroad. My greetings to all of you. First of all, IIT Kharagpur is a beautiful land, beautiful academic excellence they have done. And so I would like to greet IIT Kharagpur for its unique excellence in many areas, including VLSI, CAD and embedded system. So my best wishes to all the faculty members. Friends, I am indeed delighted to participate in the International Conference on Communication, Computers and Devices 2010 organized by the Department of Electronics and Electrical Communication Engineering at the Indian Institute of Technology in Kharagpur. My greetings to all the experts, researchers, students and all the distinguished guests present here. This is indeed an important conference aiming at providing a platform for synergizing the latest development, the ideas and application in the practice of communication, computers and device technology. While I am here with all of you next 15 minutes, I would like to share my thoughts on the topic, new frontiers of technology. Now friends, the world is moving from computers and laptop towards mobile communication with a better application to the society. What makes a new generation device which will provide a one-stop solution for the requirements of the future generation? I am thinking of a convergence device which integrates sensing, computing and communication together. It should be a low-cost, multilingual, multimedia, sensing, touch-sensitive, high-resolution graphics enabled and communication device. That smart device will provide a solution to education, healthcare, e-governance, entertainment, and various type of application. We can even think of a virtual office device so that the people can work from anywhere and collaborate, saving time, cost, effort. Also we can think of a doctor in a village device which virtually can help patients in a remote, rural and urban areas for aged patients, needy patients to be diagnosed and monitored continuously. One of my students is doing PhD research on how to bring a sensor integrated with analog and a digital chip with a cost-effective communication and computing device to act as a doctor in a village and work as a telemedicine device as well as the virtual office. His name is Pundraj. He works with me. It is proposed to integrate many sensors for capturing the vital signs of the patient and transmit wirelessly to the doctor in a remote place to diagnose and treat the patient. Certainly this is the integration of many needed sensor technologies in a single chip, integrating many functionality with the analog device input synchronized with the digital signal processing capability. India, with its software potential, can collaborate with the other countries such as Singapore, Taiwan to design, develop and manufacture this kind of integrated device. From design to manufacture, India may have to launch a collaborative effort to bring out these initiatives successfully. The conference may discuss such type of challenges. In the first week of December 2010, this month, I went to Taiwan and I visited TSMC, that is Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company Limited. I had a meeting with Chairman and CEO, a pioneer, Mr. Maurice Chong of TSMC. TSMC was the world's largest pure-play semiconductor foundry, established in 1987. Already the first foundry provides 65 nanometer and 40 nanometer production capacity. In 2009, the revenue of the company is about $9 billion with a gross profit of margin of 43.7% and the operating profit margin of 31.1%. TSMC has shipped about 7.74 million 8-inch equivalent wafers, representing about 7.6% of a global IC wafer shipments. All this thing I'm telling so that there may be somewhere some young people with entrepreneurship trend and expertise. After this study, we need a good foundry. Mr. Maurice Chang told me that TSMC delivered 28 nanometer low power technology with functional static random access memory as a full node technology in 2009. He told me 20 nanometer is going to happen. 14 nanometer will most probably happen, even though the realization of 10 nanometer is going to be beyond his career. The founder says he will do everything to make even 10 nanometer to happen. His vision is to make a TSMC the most advanced and largest technology foundry service provider, the force in the semiconductor industry. The question is, some of you may be ready for that. To realize his vision, he says TSMC will have a trinity of strengths. Be a technology leader, competitive with the leading IDMs, be a manufacturing leader, be the most reputable, service-oriented and maximum total benefit silicon foundry. TSMC has built on the core values of integrity, commitment, innovation and customer partnership. I am sure that there are many future Maurice Chang present here among the Indian young students and researchers present here who will be instrumental in revolutionizing the way technology and going to be shifting to the non-optical lithography pretty quickly. And that involves a great deal of uncertainty and also much higher cost both in R&D and in production. The secondary effects that come with the physical shrinkage have become more and more prominent. Leakage and interconnect complexity has become bigger problems. Innovative transistors such as the FET are certainly feasible, but they also mean higher intrinsic costs. With the increasing technical difficulty, R&D costs are escalating. Even more serious than the escalation of R&D costs is the escalation of a fab construction costs. Only very few companies are building giga fabs. The reason is that the economics of the scale will be more and more favorable. And the consulting firm IBS, International Business Strategies, has predicted that while in 0.13 micron generation there were 15 companies that had fabs, and in 45 nanometer generation there were only 9 companies that had fabs. They predict that in the 32 nanometer generation there will be only 5 companies that will have fabs, and in the 22 nanometer generation there will be just 3. How many companies will have fabs at 14 nanometer or at nanometers? That's a big question mark. Instead of reinventing the wheel and enter into fab manufacturing, India needs to build on its core strength software, chip design and development, and collaborate with the integrated chip and device manufacturing companies. across the world, particularly even before the design starts, to build world-class system and products that we visualize to the global market. But my visualization is, India should also enter into building a moderate nano fab to meet the exclusive demand of India and the competitive globally with full capacity utilization. IIT Kharagpur, with resonance in thinking, how are we going to live in a peaceful and prosperous world? I believe the economic development strongly linked to the technology. While science and technology in the earlier centuries started with focus on individual scientists in a limited number of countries, today it is about collective effort, well established, we call a new technology. We find nanomaterials everywhere. Perhaps surprisingly, the most popular application of nanomaterial at the present is cosmetics and computer devices. However, in future, nanomaterials will have at least two major applications that will significantly alter our way of life. The first of these is nanosilicon for higher efficiency above 50% solar cells. The second is nanoformulations for delivering medicine to the targeted organs in the body. Now, convergence of technology in the information technology and communication technology, as you know, already converged, leading to information and communication technology, ICT. Information technology combined with the biotechnology has led to bioinformatics, electronics and material science. I am sure about the use of nanorobot for drug delivery. When nanotechnology and ICT information technology, there is no doubt in the next 50 years when we belong to biotechnology in combination with information. No, when the draft human genome was published simultaneously by two different research groups. By now, we all know that the human genome consists of about 3.3 billion nucleotides, but two human beings differ barely 0.1% of the genome. Yet many of the individual variation seems to be explainable by precisely this tiny variation. So now it is dosages and treatment regimen to individual variations. But all these requirements completely new science and technology that combine